Hey y'all, this little boy Maddox has been missing for 4 days now. Okay, he went missing in a park. I believe they were fishing, and he went missing. He was with his dad. It says, search for Maddox, FBI, police add resources to search for missing boy. And this was published today, or updated today. The desperate search for a 6-year-old boy who vanished from a Gastonia park has stretched into a fourth day Tuesday. Maddox Ritch was last seen at Rankin Lake Park on Saturday with his father and a friend. Okay, so maybe I just assumed that they were fishing. Okay, but Maddox is autistic, okay, and he is nonverbal. So, he is considered, like endangered because he can't communicate. Officials said search crews on ATVs will check new areas around the park on Tuesday, looking for any trace of the boy. The Charlotte Fire Department is also bringing in a pontoon equipped with sonar that is pulled behind the boat. Charlotte's FBI office said agents were searching all around the park, and the Gastonia Police SWAT team searched area dumpsters on Monday. And this is little Maddox right here. And this says, we are searching all around the Rankin Lake Park for 6-year-old Maddox Ritch. The SWAT team hand searched through dumpsters in the area. Channel 9 followed Gastonia police officers and troopers Tuesday morning, going door to door at businesses along Highway 321, just a few blocks away from the park. They are looking to obtain security camera video that might tell them where Maddox went. An employee at Villani Apparel told Channel 9 it's the 6th time that law enforcement has come to their business looking for video since the boy was reported missing. They've checked the dumpsters. We've seen them go from business to business, and they've just been in and out of our office, said Faith Gates. She said she is comforted knowing that investigators are thoroughly searching for the missing child. Now, I don't know why they've been there 6 times, to get the video. I don't know if they were having a hard time obtaining it, but considering that there's a young child missing, someone needs to look at the footage to see if they see him. Officials said they've received 80 leads as of Monday afternoon, and they're looking into them all. Later in the evening, local and federal authorities posted on social media outlets asking people not to spread false rumors. The Gastonia Police Department and the FBI asked the public not to spread rumors on social media about the search for Maddox Ritch, the post read. This is so sad. This is very heartbreaking. I can't even imagine, what his parents are going through and, or what little Maddox, is going through. If he's out there, I just hope and pray to God that this is not another bad situation. I like to think positive, and I'd like to think that, he's hiding somewhere, just being a little boy, or maybe, being afraid or something, hiding, but I don't know. It says the Gastonia Police Department, FBI. Okay, yeah, I didn't read this. Okay, yeah, the Gastonia Police Department and the FBI asked the public not to spread rumors on social media about the search for Maddox Ritch. Information about the intensive search for this precious little boy is being released by our official channels on a regular basis. Do not be responsible for redirecting our efforts away from where they need to be. We should all unite to find Maddox. That is so true. And that's how things get on here. We've all seen that. Authorities urged anyone who may have been at the park on Saturday to contact them. No piece of information is too small, Gastonia Police Chief Rob Helton said. Something that you may think is insignificant can help us. Overnight, dozens of people continue to look for the child, and more than 24 agencies are helping with the search and investigation. On Monday, more searchers from Shelby and Cleveland County combed the woods in and around the park. Police said Maddox was with his father and another adult, who officials have yet to identify, before he disappeared at the park around 1:30 p.m. Saturday. They were walking around the lake, Gastonia spokeswoman Rachel Bagley said. They got around to the back side of the lake. He started running, according to the parents, and when they started running after him, they lost sight of him, and no one has seen him ever since. Maddox is autistic and nonverbal. He doesn't talk, but officials said there is a special team with the FBI that is highly trained and experienced in mysterious missing children's cases that are working to find him. Officials said they're using recorded messages from Maddox's mother and father to play during the search, hoping he'll recognize their voices. We're going to explore all possibilities, including abduction, but we're also going to make sure we search every inch of land around here to make sure he's not simply lost, said FBI Special Agent Jason Kaplan. Police said the boy's family has been interviewed and they are cooperating with law enforcement. When asked on Monday if any family members were considered suspects, officials said they're not ruling anything out. During Monday's news conference, a Charlotte minister questioned why Maddox's parents have not spoken publicly. Why are the parents not coming out to plead for help for their child? Minister Raymond Johnson asked. I've seen a whole lot of cases where a member of the family will come out and say, this is my niece or my nephew and we want to find this child. A spokesperson with the FBI warned against anyone trying to judge how a parent should respond when their child is missing. She also said the boy's parents have asked for privacy and they're trying to respect that. Others wanted to know why, if police are investigating the possibility of an abduction, has no Amber Alert been issued. Investigators explained that the case must meet specific criteria first. The child must be under 17 and must be believed to have been abducted, but not by a parent. The kidnapping must also be reported to the police. Investigators said this does not meet all the requirements because, that is why it has not been activated. Neighbors nearby told Channel 9 that the terrain around the park has many deep holes and they were concerned that Maddox could have fallen in one. Why in the world? Oh, around the park. Well, if that's the case, I don't know what type of park it is, but if it's a public park, shouldn't they have something, like a fence or something? It says it's around the park, so I don't know if it's on the inside or what, but they need to fix that. If they're concerned about people falling in a hole, then why is it there? Pray to God that they find him alive, nearby resident Jerry Stewart said. He said there is a lot of wetland around the park and it would be easy for a child to step into a deep drop. If you get too close and miss your step, you are going to go somewhere. On Sunday, search dogs roamed the area near Rankin Lake, where Maddox was last seen. Search boats also checked the lake with divers and sonar devices. Officials said they plan to use drones throughout the day and night in the search. They have also lowered the water level in Rankin Lake to see more of the shoreline. Just like today, we've been backtracking over areas that we've already covered, just to make sure that we're really doing this thing thoroughly. Police are asking anyone who may have been at Rankin Lake Park on Saturday and saw Maddox, especially if they have pictures or videos, to call them. We greatly appreciate the outpouring of support from the community to help us in search for Maddox, Hilton said in a statement on Saturday. The most impactful way the public can help us right now is to call us if you were at the park on Saturday. Hundreds of people were there, and we have only spoken to a few dozen. We need to talk to every single person who was there. You may know something that could help us. Crews have been searching more than 1,400 acres and expanded the search by 2 miles on Monday. Chief says family of 6-year-old has been interviewed and is closely working with law enforcement. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children is also assisting. Trained search and rescue teams surveying the area and checking water with sonar devices. Maddox was last seen wearing an orange t-shirt with "I'm the man" on the front. The boy is 4 feet tall and weighs 45 pounds. He has blonde hair and blue eyes. On Monday, officials released pictures of the clothing he was reportedly wearing. The Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department's helicopter was deployed Sunday night once the sun set and used its infrared technology. The city of Gastonia confirmed that investigators are reviewing surveillance video at the park, and crews worked through the night searching on foot and with dogs. Officials said hundreds of volunteer agencies have assisted in the search, and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children is also helping. Gastonia police said additional search units from around the region have joined the search. They said hundreds of law enforcement search and rescue teams and state and federal authorities are now involved. Officials said they are receiving assistance from the Gastonia Police, Gaston County Sheriff's Department, Gaston County Emergency Management, Gaston County Police, Gastonia and Gaston County Fire Departments, Lincoln County Sheriff's Department, Lincolnton Fire, Charlotte Fire, Stanley Rescue, Lincoln County's Land Search Team, Spartanburg County Search and Rescue and Search and Rescue Dog Assistance, and Central Carolina Canine Search Team. Wow, that's a lot. This is so sad. Just so sad. A spokesperson with the city said the park would be closed until further notice as crews continue their search. Police advised the public to stay away from the area surrounding the park as they continue in their search in the nearby neighborhoods. Officials are asking people who live near the park to search areas around their homes where a child might hide. If you have a shed, barn, wooded area, go take a look and call us immediately if you find anything out of the ordinary. If you have any information regarding Maddox's whereabouts, police encourage you to call the new 24-hour tip line at 704-869-1075. Every second counts when a child is missing. Our focus is to find Maddox as quickly as possible and bring him home. Okay, so I'll go play these videos that are up here. Oh, it's just, 4 days, that's a long time for a 6-year-old to be missing.
Was at the latest news conference today and questioned why Maddox's parents have not spoken publicly.
Eyewitness News reporter Deshaun Brown was there for that interesting exchange. Deshaun?
Liz, the news conference was actually cut short shortly after that exchange. I want to play for you now some of what he said.
Why is the parents not going to come up and plead for help for their child? That's what we want to know.
They've asked us to.
Minister Raymond Johnson traveled from Charlotte to attend the news conference today. He said he had a lot of questions about why Maddox's parents would choose not to come forward. A spokesperson with the FBI quickly addressed that. She warned against anyone trying to judge how a parent should respond when their child is missing. She also said Maddox's parents asked for privacy, and they're trying to respect that.
I've seen in a lot of cases where parents, child is missing, the grandparents or the parents come from, the grandparents or members of the family, uncles to come up and say, this is my niece, my nephew, and we want to find this child.
I do want to point this out. Investigators told us that Maddox's parents have been working with them. They actually recorded a voice message that they're playing in the woods, hoping that the 6-year-old will recognize their voices and come out. Reporting live in Gastonia, Deshaun Brown, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Yeah, I understand, what the pastor is saying. Yes, a lot of people do come up and, plead for help, but, some people don't, so we don't know. We never know. Okay.
Everyone's going to cover the big stories of the day, but everyone won't be able to do it the Channel 9 way. There's a certain standard, there's an honesty, there's an
Just gonna mute
integrity,
that
there's an
until that goes
accuracy,
off.
and that is something that can't be matched by any other station in the market.
We're going to explore all possibilities, including abduction, but we're also going to make sure that we search every inch of the land around here to make sure that he's not simply lost.
A tireless search for this little boy is now entering its 52nd hour, but investigators are refusing to stop. Here's a live look at Rankin Lake Park, where 6-year-old Maddox Ritch was last seen Saturday afternoon. You can see boats right there in the water. Police say his father lost sight of him at the park, which of course, that is why the focus is on this 240-acre area. We know that crews are searching not only in the water, but from the air and on the ground, doing whatever they can to find that little boy. The picture you see right there on the left side of your screen. Our chopper did back up out of the area a little bit because we know the FBI is using drones over the lake. And to give you an idea of where the lake is, Rankin Lake Park is in Gastonia, right between I-85 and Highway 321. It's hard to imagine going even just a few hours without seeing your child, but going 52 hours, that's the reality right now for this local family.
Dozens of officers have been searching nonstop since Saturday. His father reported him missing around 1:30 that afternoon. Police have used helicopters, boats, and drones. So far, no sign of the 6-year-old.
We still want to do everything possible to find Maddox, and we're hopeful that we'll be able to do that.
And the FBI has been trying to figure out if the child has been kidnapped or lost.
Meanwhile, Eyewitness News reporter Mark Barber discovered neighbors are banding together to try to help bring him home.
This is really drawing the community together. And take a walk with me here to see just one example of this. A woman who was crying and too emotional to talk dropped off all of this food and this bottled water to help the crews here.
We have a lot of disagreements as far as other issues, but when it comes down to it, we know how to unify and pull together as a community to do efforts just like this.
Thane Kendall is the director of the Greater Gaston Baptist Association. His ministry center, where volunteers find clothes for needy families, is right across the street from the park where Maddox Ritch vanished Saturday afternoon.
We have been absolutely crushed by this news. Our prayers have gone out for this family, especially for this little boy. I have a grandson that's about that same age. I can't imagine what they must be going through with this situation.
For days, these neighbors have helplessly watched search crews come and go. So now, they're trusting in the power of prayer.
We're a faith-based operation of 115 Southern Baptist churches in Gaston County, so we'll mobilize them to be in prayer for this family and get this child found.
As hours have dragged into days, other neighbors like Billy Taylor are promising to keep praying.
I had 3 sons. I lost one of my sons.
Taylor lost her son to cancer. It's especially hard for her to watch crews search for Maddox because she now has grandchildren who are the same age.
And I can't even imagine something like that happening to them. Can't even imagine it. Just breaks my heart.
Even nearby businesses are trying to help. A clerk here at this gas station near the park says Maddox's mother came here to see if any of these surveillance cameras picked up anything. They're going to check once the manager gets back in. Reporting here in Gastonia, I'm Mark Barber, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Mark, thank you. Now, earlier today, I spoke to former Charlotte FBI Director Chris Swecker. He formed a task force called the Child Abduction Rapid Deployment Team years ago. And we don't know if Maddox was abducted or lost or at this point what happened, but he told me the FBI has resources local police don't that can be crucial if the child was taken.
Like cell phone tracking, databases regarding sex offenders across the country, other databases that are relevant, so it helps them get immediate information.
And the FBI has been a part of this investigation for days. Swecker told me that any investigation like this would start with the parents, their story of what happened, and then they would work outward from there. Now, this phone number could be extremely crucial in this case. This is the tip line set up by investigators. If you know anything that might help, it's 704-869-1075, 869-1075.
Live on Shelby Drive. Mark, what are you seeing there?
We are seeing layers of this crime tape that investigators are using to rope off this home. Now, right now, investigators say they're waiting to figure out what is inside this yellow house on a search warrant. Once that warrant comes back, they will be able to go inside and figure out what all happened here. Now, within the past 10 minutes, I talked to neighbors who told me that they were the ones who called police because they spotted a man and a woman. They say this couple had a child, and they say this couple was trying to break into some property. Now, take a look. As we take a look here at the property, you can see that we do have some children's toys here. And the neighbors told me one of their questions, and this is a question that we are asking police, is this case here in Kings Mountain connected to that high-profile hunt for that missing 6-year-old boy, Maddox Ritch, who has autism? He has been missing now for 4 days. Of course, neighbors on alert all throughout Gaston County. We are asking investigators this afternoon if this case, if this home roped off with this yellow crime tape is connected to that search for that missing boy. When I was talking with officers here just moments ago, they told me they are trying to find the answer to that question. At this time, they say they don't have enough information to go out and tell us what they believe at this time. But again, we are still waiting on a search warrant here, so we're hoping to have that answer soon. Reporting live in Kings Mountain, Mark Barber, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Wow. Wow. Okay, that last video, I hadn't even looked at the videos, actually, you know, until now. This is my first time seeing them also. That's crazy. So, you know, they're wondering if some people are staying in the house with Maddox, or if it's, you know, connected to him missing. I hope and pray to God that this baby is found alive. It's just so sad, you know, it's so sad, you know, that he's missing and he's nonverbal, so he can't scream for help or anything, you know. Y'all say a prayer for this baby boy. Well, let's call him a baby. He's 6, but he's still a baby, okay? So say a prayer for this baby boy. Say a prayer for his family. Y'all, hopefully he is found safe and alive. If y'all would like to send me anything, you can do so in my email, or you can add me on Facebook and send whatever you like through there. If y'all have not subscribed to my other channel, please click on the link, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Till the next time, I love y'all and have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Bureau of Investigation, some high-profile cases, Mr.